ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right. NTT Indy Car round 4 of the 2026 season. I am 2-1 on my picks. I should be 3 now. I should have picked Justin Newgarden to win Phoenix, but I didn't, and I regret that. But you know what? We're 2-1. It's not a bad season already. All right, while these stock car boys are up in Martinsville and going to Martinsville hot dogs, the IndyCar is going to be in Barber Motorsports Park. They're in Alabama. We have the Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix, 214.2 miles around Barber Motorsports Park, 90 laps. All right, 12. This is the 16th race at that track for the open wheel guys. 12 of 15 previous winners started top 4. Qualifying is later on today, so we'll know who those top 4 are. 7 pole winners have went on to win the Barber Motorsports Park. If Alex Palou wins, he'll be the 5th driver in those 16 races to go back-to-back at Barber Motorsports Park, because he won last year. Last year was actually caution-free, which is just incredible to me. And, of course, Alex Palou, 81 of 90 laps. Only the 2 times he came into pit did he lose the lead. 8 of the last 9 races had 1 to 2 cautions. So you can typically expect a caution or 2 here, but last year was just so unique, caution-free. So when I look at these stats here, we're going to look at the last 4 races at Barber Motorsports Park, and then we're also going to look at the 7 road course races last year. Now, that's the one thing I love about this 2026 IndyCar schedule is 6 road courses, 6 street courses, which, yes, they are both left and right turns, but they are different because you have different pavement. You have street courses, you have, car tires that run on them, you have just different, you may have asphalt here in this street, concrete on this street may be older than this street may be brand new. With the road courses, typically the entire road course is going to be pretty much the same and aged the same way. And then we have those 6 ovals as well, the short ovals, and then of course we have the great American, the greatest race of all time, the Indianapolis 500, and that is fast approaching us. All right, so those 7 road course races in 2025, Alex Palou dominates, not the right word, just annihilated the field is the right word. 1.42 average finish. Let me say that again, 1.42 average finish. 5 wins, a 2nd, and a 3rd. I mean, he could have easily swept all 7 races. Christian Lundgaard, average finish 7.42. He had, 5 podiums. So yeah, he runs well too, but when you got somebody like Alex Palou just that far above everyone. Scott Dixon, 7.57 average finish with the win. Marcus Armstrong, 8.42. Pedal Award, 8.71. Will Power, 8.85 in a win. Felix Rehnquist, 9.85. Kyle Kirkwood, last week's winner, 2 weeks ago, last race winner, 10.71 average on the road courses. Alex Rossi, 11.28. And Scott McLaughlin, 12.28. Now, what makes that so unique? Scott McLaughlin on the road courses last year, 12.28 average finish. Now, he had 2 and 1 podium finish, and that was at Barber Motorsports Park. And then he had a 4th place Indy road course. So he had some bad luck. At Thermal, he finished 27th, and then Mid-Ohio, he finished 23rd. But he runs so well at Barber Motorsports Park. So the last 4 races at Barber Motorsports Park, Scott McLaughlin's got 3 podium finishes and 2 wins, with an average finish of 2.75. Alex Palou, 3.25 average finish, with 2 podiums, a win, and 2 5th place finishes. Will Power, 3.5 average finish, obviously 2 podiums, and a 4th and a 5th. He's finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the last 4 races for Will Power. Can he get the 1st place here, or is it going to be the 6th place and just not get the win? Christian Lundgaard, 7.25. Pedal Award, 8.5 and a win. Nolan Siegel, 9.0. Scott Dixon, 9.75. Rinus VK, 10.0. Felix Rehnquist, 10.5. And Marcus Armstrong, 12.33. As we look forward to the month of May, we know how important that month is of qualifying and practice and carb day and everything and bump day, and We had the road course 2 weeks prior to the 500 and the Memorial Day weekend, just all the spectacularness of that race, the Indianapolis 500. One thing that I want to see, and I know we had NASCAR guys there last couple of years with Kyle Larson, and last year didn't go so well. And so I want to see more of that. I want to see some of these IndyCar guys be able to go to Charlotte and do the 600, do the double. I think it would be so great for both series, the NTT IndyCar and the NASCAR Cup Series, if we could get a couple drivers from each to do it in the same year, or even one of each to do it. And just the difference in the two machines now, when it comes to this Cup car that we have today, it's completely different than what we had prior. When Tony Stewart was doing the double, Robbie Gordon was doing the double, that Cup car was completely different. I could see why a lot of drivers wouldn't do it, but the current Cup car is based off of the V8 Supercar platform. So it's a lot similar to the V8 Supercar. Shane Van Gisbergen's talked about that. So drivers like a Scott McLaughlin or Will Power or anyone that's raced down in Australia, I think they could actually do very well in the Cup car, especially at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They got a 600-mile race. So I would love in the future if we could somehow get a Joseph Newgarden or a Scott McLaughlin or Will Power, somebody to come over, do some tests in that Cup car, and maybe run the double. Maybe have a Connor Zillage or Shane Van Gisbergen or Kyle Busch, he's been wanting to do it, be able to go run the IndyCar as well. I think that would be neat for both. And maybe have it where you do a documentary on Netflix, kind of like the 100 Days to Indy that IndyCar done and some of the stuff NASCAR has done. Do that documentary on what those drivers have to go through. Do it from both sides. If you have, say, Scott McLaughlin does it, what he has to go through from going from his IndyCar over to NASCAR to do testing and get fit for the seats and see the car and be in the car, and his whole day running up from the 500 on. In the same way with, say, it's Connor Zillage, you do it the other way. What does Connor have to go through to get used to that IndyCar and the testing and the practice, what he's able to do? So I think that would be so cool to do documentary on both sides with drivers from both sides doing it. My pick would be Scott McLaughlin and Connor Zillage going to the first one, and maybe Shane Van Gisbergen or Kyle Busch or somebody. All right, after 3 races of the 18 on the docket for the NTT IndyCar, Kyle Kirkwood's leading away with a win. Alex Palou with a win, second in points. This might be the first time in a couple of years that he hasn't been in the points for more than a couple, been out of the points league for like 2 weeks, three races. It's been insane. That guy's just been on a rail the last couple of years. Minus 26 right now. Justin Newgarden with that win. He's currently 33rd, minus 33. Pat O'Ward's minus 33. Scott McLaughlin, minus 41. David Malukas, minus 42. Christian Lundgaard, minus 46. Marcus Ericsson, minus 49. 9th place, Marcus Armstrong, minus 56. Alex Rossi is in 10th, minus 62. Will Power, 11th. And Scott Dixon, 12th. Kind of tied for 11th. They're both minus 67. All right, as I looked at these road course members and these Barbie Motorsports Park members, came up with my 3 picks to win the Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix. Got to go with Alex Palou. I mean, how do you not go with Alex Palou? Going with Scott McLaughlin. As good as he is at Barbie Motorsports Park, you got to go with him. I mean, again, 6th, first, 3rd. Will Power, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 5th. How do you not pick him? Of course, Noah Malik is going to be somebody like a Christian Lundgaard, a Pat O'Ward, who I was actually going to pick as well. I was kind of like Pat O'Ward, Will Power, Pat O'Ward, Will Power, kind of back and forth, and I decided to go with Will Power. So the 3 picks are Alex Palou, Scott McLaughlin, Will Power. I am 2-1 on the picks this year. I missed being 3-0 by that much. Justin Newgarden in Phoenix. Why didn't I pick him? As always, thanks for watching our Rubber Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports and content.